did a podcast.
Woo!
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas.
We are coming to you from the past, and we wish you a Happy New Year.
New Year.
Happy New Year.
What was that?
It's like off Trading Places. Happy New Year.
I liked it. I want that greeting every time I turn up at your house from now on. Except you don't have to Happy New Year. You can say, "Welcome to my home."
Happy New Year.
I'm not messing. That's what I want of you.
Mate,
And
I
also,
remember everything, so I'll remember that along with PTSD.
Oh, see, I told you.
Yes. I love it. I've used it loads.
People are going to be like, "Oh, I roll."
Major, but I don't care.
No.
So the feedback from our Christmas special, mate, was so awesome.
It really was.
But
Except,
I really feel like we've made it this time.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we have made it big time.
yeah.
You know why, don't
Why is
you?
that?
Because we got a hater.
We got a hater.
We got a hater. Big shout out to our new follower called Juan K. And thank you so much for your, what probably should have been hateful comments, but we actually love them, because if you found it yawn festy from beginning to end, then babes, you listened from beginning to end.
Love
and
that.
for that,
We're grateful.
we appreciate you.
You're welcome.
You are welcome.
You're welcome,
But
little
no,
one.
everyone, we had really good feedback, didn't we?
Yeah, that feedback's more important.
It is.
The really good feedback.
Yeah, it is. But obviously we said we don't want to name people. We're going to leave it that way, unless you're a hater.
Yeah.
So if you're going to give us any shade, we are going to name and shame you.
Except I don't believe for 1 second, although he behaves like a Juan K, I don't think his name is Juan K.
I'm going to find out who Juan is, because I need to know. But we also got a bit of feedback on our agony and section, why can't I speak? So someone DM'd us, and the advice was, you can have this one for free, darling. Advice for your friend Mo.
Do we need a recap on what Mo did?
Oh yeah. So go on, you give the recap.
She was at a new person's house
Yeah,
and she needed a poo.
yeah. And she had PTSD.
Shit, we all
already.
we all have PTSD. We're all gonna have PTSD in the next 2 weeks, aren't we?
Yes. So she was scared about going to. So we've got Buddy as a little guest today, and because we're at Jack's, everything's just so exciting. The advice for her needing to go to the loo in her new boyfriend's house, and her having past experiences that scarred her for life, namely with an eco toilet and a coat hanger, and that didn't go well. So the advice from this particular person is, number 1, think about adjusting your diet. That is valid advice. Number 2, standard protocol for this situation is to wrap, lift and jettison from the nearest window. I'm not sure about that one, mate.
No. So,
Imagine it in your next door neighbour who was just innocently mowing the lawn.
what? Laughed? What's that?
Wrap,
lift and jettison. What
It's
if
a
there's no
3-step
way to
approach.
jettison?
I know, what if it's a bathroom that's got no window?
Yeah.
You're going to try and put it through the fan.
If the bathroom is really small, to jettison you need purchase.
Yeah, you've got to have a bit of arm leverage, haven't you?
And if you haven't got that, then jettison's out of the question.
And number 3 was, you can shit in mine whenever you need, hun. So I think that was an open invitation to Mo, who needs the help.
Oh, she can...
She can call round at this person's house.
And now, listen, I seem to recall in our last episode, you informed all of us that Mo specifically asked you not to speak about this on the podcast. Has Mo heard this? And if so, what did Mo say?
I am seeing Mo at the end of the first week in January I haven't spoken to her yet. I don't know. I've had a couple of like little messages. I'm guessing she hasn't listened to the
Oh
podcast.
my God.
So I might just fess up when I see her in January.
Yeah,
but
'cause
when
she
I fess up,
specifically said,
I'll also say to her, like,
but here's the
how
feedback.
come you haven't listened to the podcast?
Yeah, call
and if she
yourself a
tries
friend.
to blag it and go, I have, I'll be like, I know you're lying. You know, like that episode in Friends,
Yeah.
where Joey gives Chandler
What's
the
it called? Ichiban.
Itchy Bomb.
That's the one.
Itchy
Yeah.
Bomb. Taigo or something like that. Anyway, if you don't watch Friends, you're not gonna know what we're on about.
If you don't watch Friends,
They probably don't know what I'm on about anyway.
I'm not sure we'd get on.
Yeah, Friends is life. It's like a staple foundation for us and a
Although
lot
Tim's not a big Friends fan.
Seriously?
He likes it, but he never gets any references. Like,
Oh, we need to sort that
never,
out.
never gets them.
We need to sort
The amount of times I've said to him, merge, and he
He's like-
hasn't got a clue what
he's
I'm
like-
talking about.
She's off. She's off again.
He hasn't got a clue.
Okay, so we decided that we were going to use this New Year episode to talk about what we are thankful for in 2023.
But wait, we need to address the fact that we don't have a special guest because we told everyone.
Apart from Buddy
Apart
Boo.
from Buddy.
Yeah, our
but we
actual
don't want to
special
like make it
guest.
like clickbait, like our special guest was meant to be Buddy all along because that would just make people
That'd
mad.
be shit. No, our special guest has got a situation going on, and so that's on hold for now.
It
and
will be happening.
as soon as she can get to us, she will do, obviously, and she'll still be an amazing self.
Oh yeah.
But it's just had to go on hold for a little bit.
And we need to say about the voting.
Oh shit, yeah. Oh mate, it was like
It was overwhelming the amount of people that wanted to hear the most disgusting story on the in the history of stories.
Mate, how are you gonna explain this?
Well, she knows it's getting told, but also I've had, I think it's 2 listeners now who've said, I am not listening to the next one because of who it's about, because they know them and they don't want to hear a story about that person.
But I mean, is there any boys that listen to our podcast as well? That's going to be pretty mortifying as well. Yeah. If there is any boys, we apologise in advance.
We do
but
apologise,
also,
but also it's
life.
life.
What are you going to do?
So
Welcome to our world.
Should we tell her?
Well, not our world.
No, not our world.
Their world.
If this was to happen to me, I'm telling you now, I would be.
Mate,
I'd
I'm
be
not
at the
leaving the
hospital.
house. I'm not leaving the
No,
house.
I'd be leaving the house to go to the
on
hospital.
a gurney. Okay.
So I started to tell this story last week, how one of a dear family member of mine, Mo, she was ill and we had to take her to the hospital, and I had another Mo in the back of the car. I was driving and the sick relative was next to me in the car. It's weird this because I'm looking at you like I'm talking to you, but I've told you this story.
Tell me again, you'll
I'll
get
tell
the
you
same
again.
reaction.
I know. So the sick relative is next to me in the car and she's like real ill. She's not like unconscious or nothing, but she's out of it. That's the best way to describe it. So yeah, she's like, other Mo in the back of the car is trying her best to like lighten the mood. And I just think sometimes the mood doesn't need to be lightened. Sometimes it is what it is.
You've just got
The
to sit in it.
severity of the situation
You've gotta
is what
sit
it
in it.
is. Yeah, live in the moment. You don't need to change it.
I don't
However,
think you can use that phrase, live in the moment,
No,
when
but-
someone's like,
really ill. I know,